Hey, good morning. Welcome to Professor Brown's March Agricultural Latest Ag News. Coming to you live and in color from Brasilia, Brazil this morning. Been a while since we've been on the air here. It's been a little bit of a slow few weeks for ag news. The January crop reports in the U.S. came in as expected. Big crops didn't get a lot bigger, but certainly didn't get any smaller. All the reports were as expected completely. There were no surprises for the trade at all. Corn, record crop, keeps a damper on prices. Prices are moving in a very small trading range. Same with soybeans. Cattle have been pretty volatile, and the Chicago Board of Trade has, or CBE it's called now, has having meetings about how to remove the volatility from the fat cattle and the feeder cattle markets. They've been a few days when they traded up the limit, they trade down the limit, they trade sideways. But really, the numbers are their slow expansion in the cattle herd. Not much is going to change that. I talked to a guy from Texas last week, and he said that the cattle expansion has stopped. And anybody that's going to keep heifers back and breed them this fall either can't get the news or refuses to listen to the news that prices are below break even again for cattle feeders. Milk, same thing. The world is swimming in milk, and the U.S. is swimming in milk also. I live in Michigan. Our state led the nation in total pounds of increase over the previous year, and there looks to be nothing slowing down that trend at all. Interestingly, I came across an article in the Ag News that really sort of summarized the situation. It was called 8 Numbers You Need to Know for 2016. And I posted the link to the article below this video. It's well worth reading. I'll just summarize it for you. First number everybody needs to know is 90 million acres of corn. That's the projected planting for the 2016 season. That's an increase of 2% over 2015, which was a record year. The second number is $3.45. That's the USDA's projected price per bushel for corn for 2016. That is a historic low in the past 5 years. Nobody can make money at $3.45. For local producers, if you take what we call basis off of that, cost to get it to the elevator or whatever, it'd be an awful lot of corn sold for less than $3 a bushel. Next number, 97.4 billion acres of meat, billion pounds of meat. That's another record for the U.S. That's all meat. That's chicken, pork, and beef. Fourth number, 212 billion pounds of milk will be produced in 2016. That's also another record. Not a good omen for milk prices. Fifth one, $1.29 billion worth of food exported from the United States to the Dominican Republic, which is a small little country in Central America. Interesting, we have good trade relations with Dominican Republic. They're about the same size as Cuba. If we were to open up complete trade relations with Cuba, we could probably export about the same amount of food to Cuba next year. Number 6, 125 billion total US dollars of food exported for 2016. That represents about a 20% decrease from 2015. Not a good omen for a year when we're going to have record pounds of milk, bushels of corn and soybeans, and pounds of meat. Most of that's due to the high U.S. currency. Number 7, 5.3% Chinese growth for the next 10 years. That's not a good omen either, because Chinese growth for the previous 10 years has been around 10%. So, American farmers, don't look to China to bail us out of this overproduction. And lastly, $51 billion net farm income for the U.S. farmers in 2016. That represents a 44% decrease from 2015, which was not a good year for net farm income for U.S. farmers. So, things are looking a little bit glum here in the U.S. There's not much good news on the horizon. It's one of those we had some really outstanding price years. We had some outstanding production years, but it's all coming back to haunt us. Keep posted on this site. We'll be back probably next month again from our South American office in Brasilia, Brazil. If you see in the farm press that there's got a problem with the Brazilian crop, don't believe it. They got some timely rains right when they needed them, and they're harvesting a record crop here in the center west of Bahia. That's all for now. Thanks for listening. See you next week.